crafters. Hope you're doing well. I haven't been around for a little while, but I have a new guest designer project from Country Craft Creations, and I'm really excited about it because it's something different that I've never done before. First of all, it's the first folio I've ever created, so I learned a few things along the way with this, as well as I've not used blue fern in a album before, and this is the blue fern vintage Christmas. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the book, and then we can scroll through it, or go through it. So first of all, the reason for making the book the size that I did, and this is 8 by 10. And the reason why I did 8 by 10 is because I wanted to be sure that in the middle here I had enough room for a 5 by 7 photo. And as you can see, this will come out so that you can put a photo on this side, or you can put it on the other side of the tag. And by putting it on the other side of the tag, then you're not damaging that other piece. And the why I just can't. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But the sides are 1 inch each, and I use the binding system that Tamara teaches, but I'd like to just get into it and show you a little bit more. This is going to be called my photo frame folio. So as we open it up, the first one that we open up it goes to a singular page here, and I love this paper so much because of the beautiful designs on the paper. So what I wanted to do, more so than use any of the solid colors, I wanted to show off that paper. So in here I put a small booklet, and then I used some of the ephemera and the cut-aparts and put some photo mats in here. And on the ends of the ribbons I did my little doodads with some glossy accents on that. And I actually meant to leave this open, but I got so caught up with gluing it that I completely forgot until, of course, I had it all glued down. So that's an option for the next time around, or when we're doing the tutorial on it. And then on this other side, this inside cover is a little bit shorter because I wanted to make sure that I was far enough away from the gusset here. And in here, I just did a frame like that, but I used the papers on here, and then I also did a little bit of fussing cutting out right here, and so there's room for some tags there. But the funny thing about this page is this is the first part that I did on this whole folio. And for those of you that do enjoy hearing that other people make mistakes, let me tell you, I make so many mistakes sometimes that it comes out to be a different book. So actually this was meant to cover this whole page, but I cut it like 3 inches too short. I have no idea why. So I ended up putting this angled pocket on here, and then putting this fussy cut out here with a piece of the ephemera glued right on here. So it all worked out well and good. I had to laugh at myself because it was the first cut, and here I made a mistake already. So then if we open this up all the way to the middle, we have a waterfall in the middle here, and then we have also a waterfall on this side. I'm going to do this side first. And this is just one of the ephemera cards on a piece of cardstock. And let's see if I can just turn this. And then I just used a piece of the ephemera and on the cardstock. And these are just, these just go up. They're just plain red all the way down. And then on the bottom, there's plenty of room here for putting another picture or for doing some journaling or something as well. But the red cardstock is is light enough that you can do some writing on there and with black ink. This is one of the cut-aparts from the collection, and then this is some of the Blue Fern lace, and Tamara should have this in her shop. If she doesn't, I would imagine she'll be getting this one or a new set or a new style coming in soon. But I thought it looked so nice and elegant with this page. And then this is just held down with a magnet. I'm magnet crazy. So this is a booklet that I made, and I put one of the cutter parts from the paper collection on the front for a little pocket, just to give it a little bit more interest. And then I matted the inside of the booklet. So I used some different of this colored cardstocks I got on my package, and just filled in with some paper or other cut aparts. You can do journaling on here. You can put pictures along here. Really anything that you want to do, but I thought it really turned out nicely. And this is even up a little bit, so if you're going to put a photo in there, it can go up underneath those candy canes. So and that just goes back in there. And you can fit many more tags or pictures into this pocket. There's plenty of room in there, so not to be afraid of that. And then in the center here, we have the Waterfall folio, and I did some little doodads on this ribbon as well to hold it and stop it from fraying. So we've got the little ornaments, and then we've got also the Christmas tree leaves. So on the front of here, one of the things that I did is I popped this up, this little frame up. Ooh, if I can get it out. And then I put one of the tags inside, so that if you wanted to put a picture in here, that you could use the back of this and it could slide right down into here. So, and that's just popped up with some foam tape. And then to untie all of this, this is just all, again, just the red card with 7/8, or not 7/8, 3/8 strips of paper, and I did that all the way down here as well. So that goes up. But then on the back of here, what I ended up doing is I just loved all the little pieces of paper, cut aparts, tags and things. So I put that on the back and a photo mat on here, so there can be some journaling right there as well. And then in the center, I had these beautiful papers, and I thought it would be appropriate that you could put a picture here, you could maybe put a small picture or two there, and I can add the matting depending upon what size of picture that we're going to be using. I just didn't want to do it ahead of time until I knew what was going to be happening. And then on the inside of this, I matted this all out, and I used the black because I thought it was much more striking, and I liked it with the writing on some of the cut aparts. And again, these are cut aparts from the collection. And this is the center, similar to the paper up front. And then this is the other side. So it's all matted out so that there can be many different pictures that can be put in, and there doesn't have to be a lot of thinking about how to add additional paper or different types of ephemera. So then these just close up. There's no magnets on these. This comes back down, and we tie this. I have to tell you, I just loved working with this paper. It was just so beautiful. And as I've looked at some of the other collections of Blue Fern, they have a similar style on giving you scenes or different pictures on their papers. So this just closes up, and I have several magnets on the front of here, and this closes up like that. But the little trick with this is that I actually put a stand on the back of the folio. Let's see if you can see that. So a picture can go onto here. I can put some other ephemera on here. There's just a card that kind of holds that up. And so if it was sitting on your desk, sorry, I don't know what the best way, it would just sit like a photo frame standing up. And so that's why I called it my photo frame folio, because it can be used as a folio for Christmas, but then also using one of your favorite pictures in the front of the book. So this is my guest designer project, and wanted to tell you that I know that there is no more of this Blue Fern vintage Christmas left, but I'm sure that Blue Fern will probably come out with another Christmas paper this year, and I'm sure Tammy will carry it in her shop. But the other thing that I really thought about with this booklet is this is really easy to do with a lot of different collections. It's just really looking for a collection that has some nice scenes on it so that you can utilize those on your pages, because there isn't a lot, it isn't picture upon picture upon picture, because this was meant to be more of a, for 1 year of Christmas, and it can be given as a gift, it can be kept as memories for yourself, whatever you would like to do. I just want to show you I had one collection and one pack of ephemera, and I do have several ephemera pieces left that I can still use after I get the pictures in. The other thing that I wanted to show you is I used, I got the one collection, and I also got some extra colored cardstock from Tammy for the package, and I threw in some black and red of my own, but this is all that I have left from my package. And I'm going to go through, and I'm actually going to make up a few Christmas cards, and I'll use some of the ephemera to do that. And one of the other things that I thought was really fun was on the bottom of the pages, you know, many collections utilize this where they put the paper on the tab, you know, on the end of the paper. So when I saw this, that Blue Fern had done this on all of the edges, like completely around, I cut all of those off, I saved them, and I'm going to use them, I think, for doing either a braided card front or, I don't know, some kind of angular lines or something. So keep some of your scraps like that. And you'll be able to do lots of different things. So you'll be amazed at what we can come up with just even this amount of paper and what's left over, what we can cut out. You can see that's where I cut out one of my little circles for my doodads. So utilizing everything there is. And so once again, this is the Blue Fern, and it is the Vintage Christmas. I am going to be starting my tutorial in the next couple of days, and what we're going to do is start working on the base. I am going to pull a collection that I have in my stash that I got at Country Craft Creations. I've got a couple different ones I've been thinking about. One that I'm seriously considering, and I wanted to do it, but I just found out that there is no more of this in stock, so I'm somewhat debating on whether to use it or not. But it is Blue Fern Studios. It is called Bird Waltz, and it is such an amazing paper collection that I bought myself, and I absolutely adore it. Look at those colors and the all the different designs. Look at that. I mean, wouldn't that just be nice to be cut out on its own or put on the front cover on your frame? I don't know. There's so many things that can be done with it. And so I'm going to utilize a little bit more of the lace that I got in my design team package. And I think I'm going to use this. But what I'd like you to do is I really would love you to pull out a collection that you are just in love with, and we can work on putting the book together, or the photo frame folio together, and then matting with all of our different papers. So the other collection that I was looking at was a collection that came in our Craftology box from Country Craft Creations, and I know that they did a couple other projects, but I was thinking that that set would be awesome with this as well, because of the fact that it has so great pieces of ephemera and different scenes and things on it. Oh, I should see if I can find the stickers. Is it stickers or is it chipboard? There's this. Oh, they're just amazing. I just can't even say enough how beautiful they are. Oh, here, this is what I wanted to show you, was the ephemera. And so if you can see that ephemera, hopefully you can see that, just how beautiful that is to be put through the book and the frames. So find your favorite paper and let's work together on creating this project together. It is not a really difficult project, as in any project. The book can probably come together pretty quickly once you've kind of figured out the measurements. The only thing that does take a while is matting, and matting always takes a while, matting and cutting. So it's an easy project to do, and I really look forward to seeing you, and thank you so much for joining me. It's just so exciting to be able to work with all of you and with Country Craft Creations. Thanks so much, Tamara, for inviting me in to do this project. Thanks, ladies. Have a great night.